Hi there, it's Karen here. Welcome back to my channel, and today, as you can see, I'm going to do a little flip through of these two envelope stacks that I made. I made this one on camera. There's a whole series, and I'll link the playlist for this below if you haven't seen it. And what I decided to do, I started these two at the same time. This one on camera, this one at my craft club. So I was taking this every week with me. When I first started it, I think I was getting some very strange looks because I had this sort of bunch of envelopes and bits of paper, and they really had no idea what I was trying to do, because nobody at craft club does this kind of thing. But they were quite, they were keeping an eye on it and quite enjoyed the process, I think. But I had lots of mornings when I either couldn't craft or I couldn't go. So this one took a lot longer to finish than this one did. This one's been finished a few weeks now, but I never did a flip through because I thought it'd be quite nice to do them at the same time and just see the differences, because I've started off with the same number of envelopes, 7 envelopes, not all the same, not exactly the same sizes, but very similar. And I didn't compare them or anything as I went along. I thought it might be quite interesting to see how each of them has ended up. And they're very differently themed, as you can see. So this one, well, it's a pretty obvious theme. It's all very butterfly themed. And for this one, I used, for the kit I used was called Papillon Green by Shabby Dabby Doodah. They're both actually Shabby Dabby Doodah kits that I've used. So that was Papillon Green with a few other bits thrown in. And this one was using her Covent Garden kit, which is a really lovely kit. And I stuck with that with a few other, again, bits of book page and etc. thrown in. And I've just realised, I don't know if you can see this, I must have got a bit of wet wipe on here, and it's just discoloured the paper. So I might have to do a little bit of something down there afterwards just to cover that up, because that offends me. Happens all the time. I have a wet wipe floating around and it just catches the edge of a paper and it just discolours it. So yeah, I'll have to do something about that. So let's do them one at a time. And so this one is the butterfly stack that you will have seen a little while ago, just wrapped up with some pink sari silk. And so this one, just first little envelope is up here, and then there's a little pull out wrapped with some sari. No, I think that's some. Oh, there's some seam binding or sari silk. I'm not sure. And it's a little scrappy booklet and a bit of writing space. And in my usual fashion, I put it on upside down. I think that's beginning to be my signature now. So yeah, just a little notebook in there. It's actually been so long since I've finished this, I can't actually remember half of what's in it myself. It's quite nice to just go back through and see what it is, see what's in it. Just put the, rather than undoing it, I thought it would be simpler just to slip it off. But it isn't so simple to slip it back on again, is it? So just pull that round to the front. Right, so that goes in this little envelope here. Then we have this one, and this one has a journal card to be pulled out. This journal card, straightforward. Ooh, it's quite a tight fit. And then there's a little tuck here with another journal card. A bit of washi tape that seems to have come undone, so I'm just going to glue that back again. So clearly I'm going to need to do a little bit of remedial work as I go along in these little books, I think. It was always a good idea to go flick through them again maybe after a week or so, see which bits are coming loose. So that can pop back in there. Then this flips out, and I've got a journal card, and there's a window envelope here. So this is the journal card that goes in it, and that's backed. And it is lined inside, but you then, when you put the card in, you can just see the butterfly poking through. So there was a strong, I think the colours that were prominent in this were pink, green and blue. But they're the colours that I've tended to pick out of the papers to use. And then that flips out here, and then there's another envelope here with a journal card in it. I am wondering whether some of these could do with being sewn around. That just feels like that needs to be sewn around to me. So I might do that. I'll do it off camera. I'm just finding these things as I go along, really, because I haven't been back through it for a while. And I use some die cuts here just to decorate this. Flips back there, and it goes over that way. And that's just the back of that envelope. And then here we have a little flip out. It's tied up with some lace. And then that just pulls out. This is, let's move this out of the way. Just a little piece of, a little journaling spot. And then it's double-sided. And on this side is another piece of journaling paper and a little pocket with a tag in it. That's in there like that. And that ties back up. Don't think it's... Oh, it does. Yes, it flips out like that. That's right. It pulls right out. And behind it is another long envelope, but this has got a journal card at the top, so I can tie this back up. It's quite stretchy, this lace. And then we have this envelope here. So you can approach it from both sides, I think. I'm just going to pull this card out, as long as it hasn't got itself too wedged. Sometimes they get a bit stuck, don't they? That's it. Comes out there. Nice long journal card there. More writing space, loads of writing space in this little envelope stack thingy. Or flippy floppy book, or whatever people wanted to call it, and it's been called a variety of things. And then that just flips out at the back there, so you can see I've just done a cluster at the top, at the back there. A little bit of decorating there. Okay, then we have another envelope here with a tag in it. This one has been collaged. So that goes in. So I did some little collages along the way to make the ephemera with. Just poking out there. And then we've got another little tiny envelope at the back with another journal card. This is one I made as part of Roxy's Weekly Challenge. It's a painted book page with some stamping on, which I really like. Well, no, I love it. I love it, I love it. And it's nice to be able to put some of the things that I made through the challenge into other things that are completely unrelated. So that's in there. And that's the back of that. So it's just a simple little thing, really. Just a bunch of envelopes all attached to each other. And then you can have loads of fun just decorating it and filling the pockets. And these things are really fun to make. I've really enjoyed making them. Envelopes are really quite a useful thing to have in your scrappy stash, aren't they? There we are. So that's the butterfly stack. And then I have got this one, which is very different. Well, the style is fairly different. Got some nice blue ribbon to wrap around this one. So again, most of them start with a smaller envelope on the front. So I have this little one, and it's got a little journal card inside. That's backed there and sewn around. I may have sewn around more of these than I did. I think I may have sewn these and don't think I've sewn anything in the butterfly one, so I may just leave it as it is because I didn't do it on that one. But I have on this one. So this is another envelope that just pulls out, but it has a journal card That's the back of it. So, and I used a lot of, not only the Covent Garden kit, but I used a lot of Rachel's Italian Ladies. It just felt it needed some of these lovely ladies and lots of lace in this one. Not just those ladies though, I've used a few others. It's been a bit of a mix and match on the ladies front. So I've got a little pocket here. This is one from, I think this was from the music kit by Shabba Dabba Doo Dah. Not from this kit, that's for sure. Just another little piece I popped in there because I thought it went. And then this little piece is from a different kit by Shabba Dabba Doo Dah, these little tiny ones. And here is the journal card for that envelope. Again, with these little ladies and a bit of a cluster behind. I used quite a few bits of fabric, lots of lace. Really enjoyed making this. And I did sew around most of these cards. So this one has got a lot more sewing in it. That goes in there. And so that, just remembering which way they go. So that goes like that. And it opens that way. So let's just see which way I don't think it matters which way you pull out the journal card. So that comes out this way. That's a really lovely journal card. This is from a kit by Artie Mays. And the other thing I used a lot of in this stack, because it was, if you remember a few weeks ago, I picked up a whole load of laces from a lady who'd brought them in as to donate them to the craft club. And I picked up quite a lots of bits, and I later picked up some fabrics. But I just kept all those laces together in a box, and I just kept dipping into that box for all the laces. Most of the lace for this little piece has come from those donations. So certainly this piece has, and this bit of lace. So quite a few bits were used from that, which I thought was a rather nice thing to do. Let's pop that in there. Like a little scrappy cluster there. And then it opens this way. And this is a piece from, this is a sticker sheet that I got in my lovely box of goodies from Tayana Dean that she sent me a while ago. So I thought that went really well with this kit. Another one of Rachel's Ladies. And then this envelope folds out. And this has got a little journaling flip out that goes like that. So this is from another kit by Shabba Dabba Doo Dah. I have many of her kits. This is her Mary Mary kit, so that lady is from there, and so is this piece here and this bird here. So these are all from the same kit, and I thought they kind of all went well together. And in this envelope here, I've got a couple of things. Just got a journal card, another piece from the Vintage Viola that didn't make it into the music book because there was no music on here. But I thought it went quite well in this one, so you can mix and match all your kits really. A little bit of fabric as a tab, and again a bit of journaling space on the back. Just pop that in there. And then this piece, I can't remember which, I found this I think in some ephemera that I was going through. One of the kits, I think this might be from a Welsh ephemera kit that I got from Rachel and Bella Crafts. And I looked at it, and it was all had fold lines, and I've said, oh, it's popped off. I have to glue that back on. Not very good. I've seen Rachel folding these sort of things up like this, and I thought I'd give that a go and pop it in. So this is a piece, and it just comes like this. And I've just printed it off. I've added an extra old stamp because I thought the colour was nice and went with the kit. So then I've just folded it up, folded in the sides and the other side, and tucked that. I would never have known to do this, but I've seen Rachel do this a few times with old papers that she has, and I think she's got things that she's added digital kits. Because it looks like that is actually on the paper. So I'll just fold that in. That actually looks like it was a wax seal there. So I thought I would add my own. Where's it gone? Oh, there it is. And I've just got one. I've got a punch or a stamp with a K on it, so I thought that would be quite nice on here. And again, it picks up all the blues. So I just need to glue that back down again, don't I? I couldn't have done a very good job of that. I'm sure I would have used Fabri-Tac, but so I don't know why it popped off like that, so I'm hoping it won't do that again. So let's just make sure I get it in the right place. Maybe I'll have to get some hot glue on it. So I have got a little hot glue gun. It's just a very old, very small one, which I never use. And there's always the danger of remelting the wax, isn't there? And know me, that's exactly what would happen. Okay. Leave that to sit. So yeah, so I thought that was quite a nice little addition in this pocket, and it looks like a nice little letter. And I've just had to say I've added an old stamp that still actually had a little bit of its envelope attached to it. Can't quite read the year. It's probably not that old really, but I just liked how it looked in there. In the the colours of it. It went quite well. So that's gone in there. And then, so we fold that back up again like that. Then we have this envelope here. So we've got a journal card made out of that, and again one of the Italian ladies from that kit. And that's done on some packaging, some ephemera, I don't know, die cuts or something that was on the packaging piece, and that's the card. So I thought I'd just use that. This is again one of the bits of free lacy bits that I got from that lady who donated them. Got a journal card in here with this beautiful lady on it. Now this beautiful lady is my great-great-grandmother. I had some pictures of her. I've actually got some pictures of my great-great-grandfather as well. He was a sea captain with a big beard, but I didn't think he would quite work on here. But I love this picture of her. Beautiful dress that she's wearing, and I just thought it went really well with the theme of the rest of the kit, because I've gone from different kits for the different ladies, and I thought, well, she goes too. She fits with all the rest to me. And that's on a piece of old an old envelope. That's a digital, but it's an old, not an old envelope, an old letter. I thought that was quite nice to put on there. And so we fold that in. So that goes like that, and then we carry on going around. So the back of this envelope is just, this was one of the ruffles that I got from Shabby Dabby Doodah when I made a little purchase from her. So I thought that went really nicely on there. And then I've got this envelope here, another journal card, more Italian ladies, just mixing in all the kits. Just think they'll go nicely together. This little piece comes from another kit. That comes from Birds and Blossoms, again by Shabby Dabby Doodah. And everything works so nicely together. So I've mixed the kits a lot more with this, I think, than I did with the other one. And then that's a bit of lace. It's got a bit caught up. I have to glue that down a little bit. And then this is a final little envelope on the back with a little journal card. And this is another piece by Rachel Bella Crafts. It's one of the ephemera pieces. And I just thought that went rather nicely. Colours. I just like that piece. So I popped that in there, and I've just backed it with some coffee dyed paper. Well, a digital version of it. And that's in there. Like that. And that's that one. So it's not as fat. It's not as chunky as this one, but I do think it's really rather beautiful. I really love this one. I love them both. I'm really pleased how they've turned out. And I like the fact that they are very different. And actually they, because they're different envelopes, they look even a little bit different. They flip both directions. sure there's many, many different ways we could have attached all these envelopes, but that's how I've done them. So there they are, my little envelope stacks. And yeah, have a go yourself. So much fun to make. So thank you for joining me for this, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.